Good morning. Pajama Chronicles number 11, I believe. I think so. Today I want to talk about thriving. And the reason that this came up for me this week is I've been visiting my friend in the hospital who is recovering from open heart surgery and is still in an induced, they call it a coma. I like to call it an induced rest. And I'm thinking about that just in relationship to nature because nature gives us our rest in the winter. She takes her rest in the winter, right? And so his body is working on healing because these bodies are healing machines, right? But sometimes they need a little extra help, especially when they've been opened up and pruned and cleaned and scrubbed and washed and put back together again. It's kind of like, oh my goodness, okay, I need a little bit of time to recover. And it so connects with when we're tending to plants the same way. If we prune a plant, prune it heavy, it takes a while for it to come back. I'm still waiting for the loropetalum, which I showed you a couple of weeks ago, that I had to prune very heavy because of pest pressure. And I was thinking of the idea again of thriving, coming back around to thriving, is in order to thrive, like we've talked about before, we need air, water, food, mulch, compost, amend the soil, right? The soil has to be good, and environment. And then I was thinking what we add on that is pruning, weeding, any pest pressure or disease. And so here we have a body that it had pressure on it, had let's say pest pressure, right? And so now it's needing some support to recover. And when we work with a plant, like if I transplant a plant, if I do some big work with a plant, oftentimes I'll put an umbrella over it, something to just give it a little bit of time to catch its breath, right? To catch its okay, all right, I get what's going on now, and I can allow the healing to happen. And when we give the extra support that it needs, then the healing can happen with more ease. And I believe to thrive that we need all these things. We need these environments. We need the weeding. We need to get rid of that which is clogging us up. The weeds and pruning out the dead wood, the things that don't support us anymore, and mulching and making sure we have the right amount of fluids. And which reminds me of, I walk into the ICU room and there's all these machines, and all these machines are helping this one body to rest so it can heal. And what is so fascinating is, when I was thinking about it, is our bodies. I'm standing there next to my friend and all the machines and realize that my body is doing all that on its own. What an amazing piece of machinery these bodies are, right? And so I was just thinking about that, and all that made me think about thriving. What does thriving mean? And we thrive on so many levels, but if we're talking about the physical level, which we are here, again, the air, water, food, compost, mulch, environment, weeding, pruning, pest pressure, disease, all those things, when they're in the right alignment, then the plant or the body can thrive. And then adding one more piece onto being a human and a human body is our mind, right? Our mind and our heart and our spirit. And making sure that those have their needs taken care of. And I've been talking a lot about and thinking a lot about self-care. And I was talking with a girlfriend yesterday, and she said something about self-nurturing, and I went, oh, I love that. So I think I'm going to change my self-care to self-nurturing. And then I was thinking about that in context here with thriving, that self-nurturing is part of thriving in all aspects. So I don't know, it just kind of got me all excited because it just seems like it's so relevant for us that we self-nurture, right? That we take care of ourselves and allow ourselves to thrive. And when we're thriving, the other wonderful, beautiful thing is we're growing. And that's what we do here. We grow, we expand. The plants grow and expand. The world grows and expands. That's what this whole universe does. It's a universe of expansion. So anyway, I'm kind of excited. So, yeah, if you have any thoughts or ideas about that yourself, throw them in the comments below. I'd love to hear. Yeah. So we're still in spring, still in pruning, still in getting everything in alignment so that the garden can thrive. And yeah, there was another nugget that I wanted to talk about, is the idea of plants and us. We're all perfect the way we are, right? And when we're out of alignment, that's when it's not in flow. But I was thinking about when we're also tending to the plant or tending to the body, the thriving also has the caveat of what is our end desire? Is it a bonsai, which is highly coiffed, or is it letting the plant grow to its full natural potential, whatever that is, and giving it all the right things to thrive, but just not impacting it a lot, right? Letting it be a little wild. So with all that, what do you feel that it takes for you to thrive in your world? What are the pieces that are your self-nurturing pieces? For me, grounding is super, super important. And my meditation, super important. And also, as I've been talking about, is the artist journal. That's super important, where I'm writing and I'm having conversations with myself, and I'm unfolding things that are going on in my head, but I'm bringing them out and putting them onto paper. And there's something very freeing about that, and something very you feel like you grow from it. You feel like you understand yourself better. And isn't that what it's all about, right? Just having the beauty of understanding ourselves and how to self-nurture and what to do to self-nurture. Yeah. Uh-oh, the birds are getting ready to have an argument. So, on this beautiful spring day, this beautiful spring Sunday, I hope you are enjoying your day. I hope you are finding moments and bigger moments to thrive, and find the things that you need to support you in your world, in your creation, so that you feel that spaciousness of being true to yourself, of being fully who you are, right? In that thriving modality. So until next Chronicle, have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.